Hello, and thank you for tuning in. The questions we ask that go unanswered. Typical questions. Which way is the right way to go? Why do I always feel like I'm being compared? What is it I have to do to be seen, to be heard? Why do I constantly do for others? These are questions that most of my clients ask me. And I think that at the end of the day, to answer all of them, this is where you have to start going inside of yourself and asking these deep questions. Because within you, you have all the answers that you seek. But what we do is we always rely on someone else to tell us. And typically when they tell us that or respond to it, it's for themselves. It does not always apply to you. But like many of us, especially if we ask someone that we hold with high esteem, we would think that they would never lead us astray. So we might end up doing that, whatever, and then in the end, still not being satisfied. I know years ago, when I was married, it used to drive my husband crazy when I would ask everyone what they thought, because I didn't want to make that choice. So if I made the wrong choice, based on everyone saying, go that way, then I could blame them and not myself. But you know, what happens is that when we rely on someone else, we stop trusting in ourselves. So the other question is, why do I do things that I don't typically like doing for other people? Because that is what we do, just to be seen and heard. We're the first one to volunteer. We're the first one to say yes. And it doesn't matter, we just keep doing. Until one day you wake up and say, well, why am I doing this? What does it do for me? It might bring you some gratitude, but what does it do for you? And why do you do it? And these are the questions I had to ask myself a long time ago. Why am I doing this? Why do I constantly want to be the first volunteer to do something? And then I had to be so honest with myself and to say I was only doing this because I just wanted to be seen. And I think most importantly, I just wanted to be loved and acknowledged, which neither of that was happening, but I just kept doing it. It's interesting because we typically keep doing things, and some of them are very painful, but we still keep doing them until the pain is enough, when we say it's enough. Trying to fit in. Am I wearing the right clothes? Is my hair right? Maybe I need to speak more clearly. Maybe I don't have the right car or the best job, but I do want to fit in. So what we do is we end up being like someone else just to fit in. But then what ends up happening is we lose our own identity. You know, it's like finding a guru and looking up to them all the time. As much as they may have a lot of knowledge, when you put someone on the pedestal, where does that put you? A lot below that pedestal. Whereas I feel we're all on the same level, the same plane. Some of us might have more knowledge, more life experience, And others will pretend that they do, and again lead you astray. But you see, the first question was, what is the right way? It really doesn't matter which way you go, because wherever you go is where you need it to be. Because there's a learning for you everywhere around, every corner. There's a learning. You see, and the more that you learn, the more you discover more about who you are, your truth. And you have this freedom with that, because then you begin to see the things around you that were a charade, make-believe. And then you just stand up and go, what am I doing? So then you wake up on a new layer, a new level. Every day is a new awakening. You know, someone had asked me on a talk show, when did I wake up? I said I probably woke up a lot during my growing up, but I opened my eyes and got so afraid that I said, screw this, and went back to sleep again. The Walking Dead, so to speak. Everything is always going to point you back to you. It's not what's outside of you. That is only a distraction. A distraction to keep you away from your heart, to keep you numb from feeling. So take the time to ask yourself some deep, honest questions. Whether you journal about it, talk about it, you need to just become aware of what it is that is confusing you, that is hurting you. And the more that you become aware, then the less strength it has on you. You just can't be pushing it away anymore. You need to just hold it in the palm of your hand and say, I see you now, and I don't fear you anymore. If you have any questions, by all means, ask in the comments. Thank you so much for tuning in. From my heart to yours.